Jeg tror ikke engang, der er lyd på.
Altså for 7, så er det nu. Flere af vores kammerater har betalt en høj pris.
Et eller andet sted er det et karrieretræk. Et andet sted er det ren og skær spænding.
Jeg har ikke personligt valgt på noget politisk grundlag, eller det er sgu mest for opløsning og spænding.
Det ville være skide hammerende ærgerligt at komme hjem uden benet, for eksempel. Ikke? Men igen, altså, man kan lave masser af ting uden benet. Ikke?
Presser du rigtig meget på.
How big was your crew, and what were the biggest practical difficulties you had?
There was only me and a cinematographer in Afghanistan filming, and I mean, it's very hard when you want to make a film in a war at the front line, and you carry a whole lot of equipment, and getting that back and forth, and getting in and out of the war zone, and was quite challenging. The heat in Afghanistan was immense, and obviously shooting battle situations, it's quite difficult to, you know, everything is so chaotic in a war, and it's very difficult to be in the right place at the right time. So you have to have a certain amount of luck, and you have to have a very big amount of planning. So we were always filming at least 2 cameras, and then often with, you know, some of the soldiers would be wearing helm cams that we've given to them.
What do you think the audience learns from Armadillo?
I'm, you know, from the outset, I'm not that occupied with teaching my audiences something. I think that they should be able to read from the film and get the kind of, you know, make up their own mind about what the, you know, the character development and the character of the war in Afghanistan, the nature of the war. But I've been very curious to explore the micromechanisms of that conflict, and by that I mean all the sort of human interaction that takes place between the soldiers and the Afghans, and how that sort of ground level perspective has ramifications on the political sort of, you know, on the bigger picture of the war. So I think you get, as a viewer, you get a chance to actually experience the war from a ground level perspective, and experience all the paradoxes and difficulties there's at stake when, you know, when we, as we do in modern warfare, send soldiers out to do good, and you know, ultimately their job is killing. So it's an exploration of those paradoxes.
Det skulle ikke for at hjælpe, altså jeg synes ikke, det hjælper en skid.
How big was the reaction when the film was screened in Denmark?
There was a big outcry in Denmark when the film came out, but actually it was more a sense of, I think, people realizing that we are actually taking part in a very bloody and brutal war in Afghanistan, and that a lot of people maybe hadn't realized this. This is the first time that Danes, I think, had the opportunity to experience for themselves what war is really like, and what the war in Afghanistan more particularly is like, and that was shocking to a lot of people. But the film was also embraced left and right, but for different reasons. I remember there was a very heated debate between some of the more member of sort of a right-wing party in Denmark and a member of a very left-wing party in Denmark right after the premiere, and they both loved the film, but they came out with complete different conclusions. The one would say this is proof that we have to get our troops out of Afghanistan as soon as possible, and the other would say that this is a testimony to the heroic efforts of our troops in Afghanistan. So the film is very open. I think my intention and the way that the whole crew's been working with the film has been, you know, to show, to give a very raw exploration of the types of, you know, dilemmas that are played out in a war situation, and that kind of reaction, I think, proves that we came a very long way doing that.